Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing 2 Overture. It is episode 153, and it is Thursday, April the 2nd.
Yeah, April Fool's avoided. We
Coming up
avoided
on
it.
that Homestuck anniversary.
Yeah, four 13. Homestuck.
410 for those in the know, 411 for those in the know.
Yeah, that's like the beta. It's the beta kids. You know. Anyway, I don't like April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
I just
I don't follow anything that I see April Fool's jokes.
I saw
Most
like
I see someone reporting on them.
I saw that the Gundam account posted the fake parody Gundam 00 video, and they said that was going to be real. I thought that was pretty funny
Uh,
because they did. Hi, Nolan.
we're
Welcome.
talking about April Fool's is
How many hilarious April Fools' did you see? He's thinking.
it's like one of those. Okay, he's here. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
gonna.
No. What have you? I haven't seen like really any good April Fools anything this year.
Yeah,
The only one I saw
yeah.
that I thought was good was that the Gundam account said new Gundam video, and it was the fake Gundam 00 video that was shown in the second season. It was like the fictionalized account of what happened in season 1.
Shh.
In Avatar
It's
The Last
basically-
Airbender
I was
terms.
gonna say it's the Ember Island players.
Yeah, basically. It's that but for that show. And you're like, "Oh, I get it." And I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of cute."
That's a good way to do a recap.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I saw that was at least somewhat fun was I guess the Pokemon on the computer thing you can what's it? I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Home.
It's like you can play Pokemon like wait what?
Pokemon Home.
No. Fuck. What is it?
Oh,
Oh,
the not shoddy battle, the simulator, right?
Yeah. They made custom sprites for all their Pokemon and they're all pretty fucking funny.
All right.
There's some good bits in there.
Showdown, Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah, that's it.
See, I'm showing my old hat by talking about Net Battle and Shoddy Battle that turned into Pokemon Showdown. But yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know.
Well, did you see the patent office rejected Nintendo's Pokemon patent?
Oh, sick. Good.
They
Good.
said no, you cannot patent summoning another character to fight alongside you because there are like 4 other previous patents about the same thing,
Yeah, you know. You just gotta
2
do
of
it.
which you control.
Yeah, you know.
I'll be honest, when I started reading the article, I really thought, like, is this gonna be some bullshit where Nintendo's suing America? So the Trump admin has been petty and spiteful and said, no, you don't get a patent.
It could be. I mean, we're living in
I mean,
like
yeah.
we're living in the worst timeline. We're living in stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been really weird because my dad has been showing me the Netflix show Space Force, and we've been watching it. I think it's all right. And like today's episode was about them preparing for a moon base, and then we turn on the news and we hear the NASA people talking about how they want a moon base in 2028, and I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Like the parody show was like less stupid than the real one.
Listen, there's the part in that show where the monkey's in space.
Dude, the monkey
Doing the
space part is incredible.
It's great. And like I'm laughing at this and the more I think about it, I'm like, I feel like this would actually happen with this administration.
No,
even though it's based on the 2016 administration as well,
yeah, it's
so
based on
it's
like
the
Trump
same thing.
won. So, but then there's still some level of like cartoonish buffoonery. where it
It's
was
so
like,
cartoonish buffoonery.
and now we're just hitting like the unfunny cart. It's cartoon, but not funny. I can't explain it. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, oh,
Did y'all know China successfully landed on the dark side of the moon?
yes, I
Like,
did.
obviously not a manned mission, but like they successfully.
Yeah, they put some shit up there at least.
That's the new space race. They gotta go up in there. They gotta defeat China.
Like the next 2 episodes is them defeating China, and it just you'll see. Yeah, like I don't want to ruin it for you.
No, as we're watching it, it'll get there. We'll get
Yeah.
there. I think the show's pretty good. I honestly think it's pretty good. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't watch it by myself, but it's
no. It's like
You're watching it with
6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 sometimes.
I think it's a 7 out of 10, but it's a 7 out of 10 you're watching with your family and or someone else. You're not. This isn't single.
No.
Time.
If I watched it, if this wasn't like in the background while I was talking with someone about stuff, I don't think I'd like it
you wouldn't
at all.
No.
Or I could put it on the background if I'm like doing a project or painting or playing something else or cleaning or something.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Hot
it's second screen content.
Yeah.
Perfectly made for that.
Yeah, but I think I would say it's not my preferred second screen content because it requires too much attention. Where like to me, ideal second screen content is like loading ready one runs like pre-release of Magic the Gathering, where it's just noise, but if I focus in on it, I can instantly go, oh, they're playing that Magic card. But then I can kind of like just zone out again, and it doesn't matter. Like this podcast, you just zone out again. It don't matter.
Yeah, just zone out. You'll get a bit of it.
Did you see that video about breaking Magic by playing a combo that generates an actual number, but it's an unfathomably large number?
I have not.
Ristic Studies tweeted it out yesterday. And
look.
so, like, it's like it's like 3 cards of like, when a token comes into play, put 2 copies of that token into play. And the thing you're putting into play is like, when this comes into play, choose target ability and copy that ability. And so it winds up putting some like 10 to the 17 digits number on the stack that's not infinite, but also it's like so large math can't really calculate it really.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's some real rules bullshit of like, technically Magic says anything you can't calculate is treated as 0, but it's like theoretically calculatable.
Hell
so what do you do with this, Magic? What do you do with this? Put this in.
No, that's gonna crash the computer.
Right?
That just crashes. That crashes Magic the Gathering Arena, which happens.
Yeah, I think the guy said he put it in Excel, and Excel just crashed. So it's like, oh boy.
That's a pretty good alternate flashes they're putting sprites that Nolan has shown. It looks like
that's what I was talking about.
It looks like Pizza Tower.
It is.
And I think that's an improvement. I think Pokemon would do better with Pizza Tower graphics. Drew linked an article on the Blue Sky about the enshittification of Skibidi Toilet, and you know what? It was a fascinating read. The long and short of it is venture capitalism tried to get all into the hit internet sensation Skibidi Toilet and ruined it.
It turns out businessmen are not creatives. Who knew?
I feel we are doomed to repeat the history where it was one of these things where like man made Skibidi Toilet, then VC firm came in and tried to create the YouTube network, like the YouTube channel network, but with Skibidi Toilet and fan content, and then that failed, like every YouTuber network did in the day. And this is on YouTube.
Like I can totally see it, because like, Skibidi Toilet is inscrutable in some ways.
Yeah.
So a venture capitalist looks out and says like, oh, anyone can make this whatever. We can just crap this out. But Skibbity Toilet does have rules.
It's the thing about Skibbity Toilet, as someone who watched a lot of it and then bailed, because there's obviously, when you watch Skibbity Toilet, there's a clear end point, and then you can tell where venture capitalism money gave the guy like $1 million and said keep making this, because like the battle is over and then the space toilets show up, and that's when I was like done, because like, what are we doing here?
Space toilets, that's just stupid.
It was just stupid. It didn't go. It didn't talk about the lore, or even, I don't know. It's like the 6-7, where part of I would say what the appeal of Skibbity Toilet is, it was like a stupid thing for children, but then when you watched it, it was actually okay, which then made people getting mad about it even more hilarious. Because the thing they're getting mad at, you're like, oh, but it's actually kind of good. And I mean kind of good, like, in retrospect. Like, I mean, the choreography was good, and the guy can clearly use source filmmaker, but I'm talking about, like, you're expecting the worst thing you've ever seen. And,
yeah, no, it's a My Little Pony situation where it's like, oh, it's a cartoon for girls. We know how bad those are. And it's like, oh, it turns out it's just a confidently made cartoon.
That's also
for girls.
Yeah. that was the part I thought of. I don't know if we talked about it. Like, My Little Pony's grand flaw is that they stopped making a cartoon for girls, and thus I was less interested in it, because it was just like, oh, this is like internet jokes and you're trying to do lore and crap. And I'm like, no, that's not the appeal here. Like
I hate. It's why I don't like Adventure Time. I hate anything where it's like, oh, we're just outsourcing the world building to the fandom and then just putting it back into the show.
Yeah,
I despise it more than anything.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
No.
Capcom's hot fixing the incest. How you feel about that, though?
They took it out.
Yeah,
they took the incest out. It's so funny.
Yeah, it made it sound like it was a translation error, where it was like some misinterpreted artworks.
Come on.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, listen, God bless them. God bless them. You know, sometimes you mess up. Sometimes you do a whoopsie doodle.
Yep.
Put in incest. Bandit has been bothering me all day.
Yeah, because you took the poor baby to the devil.
Yep, I took her Bandit's April Fool's Day.
Oh.
Was she had to go to the vet to get her shots. And let me tell you, someone did not like getting her shots.
Of course not.
But she's doing she did good. She got her shots. She only was underneath the bed scared when I got back for like 30 minutes, which is a massive improvement.
Good job, Bandit.
Because she used to, when we
Pretty
first
girl.
got Bandit, she stayed hidden in a room for roughly several months. She wouldn't come out of like the room we put her in because she was too scared.
Oh, she's like, this is my cave.
Yep, I'm too scared. But now she's out and about and bothering me.
Good job, Bandit.
So yeah, she's doing good. She's still at
That's
12
something.
pounds, which is slightly overweight, but
Yeah, but
she didn't increase. So like that's what I was going for. Because I have to thread the needle between not giving her, like, if I gave her diet amounts of food, then I don't get to sleep because she will wake me up and meow. But I can't give her too much food or else she'll just get fat.
can you give her like diet amounts of breakfast and then regular amount for dinner?
No. It doesn't work that way because how my sleep schedule is, then she would bother my dad. Because whoever's awake, she will pester relentlessly. So like, no, she has to get fed, but her weight is stable, and that's all I wanted. because I'm not gonna try to make her like thin. She's always gonna be a little chubby cat, but I'm not. I don't want her getting fatter, so that's fine.
That's our cats are grazers, but two of them get wet food because of dietary reasons. But Molly is just like a chunk. And like if we watch the camera, literally all she does all day is just lay on the couch. So it's like, of course she's not gonna lose any weight. She just sleeps all day.
Bandit is the same way. She will only play for a little bit, but other than that, she lays down like 14 hours a day. It's sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've had to tell the vet, like, we're not giving her extra food. She's just not moving all day.
She's just a fat cat.
I'm trying to play with her. She just gives up and lays there.
Yep.
Yes, like,
what do you want me to do?
5 seconds, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Oh, get one of those little treat things. No, she breaks it open and then eats all the treats at once. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
She's too smart.
She's figured it out. Also, I mean, I did tell the vet this, but it's very important for me to be able to fat shame the cat. I love fat shaming the cat. It's one of my favorite things. It makes me so happy. If you have a fat animal, fat shaming the animal is hilarious and highly recommended. Not to people.
Yeah, first of all, who doesn't fat shame their animal? Also, I hate people that are like, you shouldn't call them fat. And what if they don't like them? Like, they're an animal. I'm not sure they completely understand that I'm insulting them.
No, they don't know.
They just know that after I say that, they're going to get a treat, and they're okay with it.
Yeah, they know their name, and that's the vocabulary they know.
Yeah.
And that's like, even debatable. Listen, one of the things having a cat has taught me is that cats are really stupid. They're just dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they know what the word means, but if I say Molly, she knows to respond to Molly. If I say Dub, he knows, oh, you're saying something that I need to pay attention to. And it's not like that's the thought process they have. That's just the instinctual, I have said Dub and pet you enough. I have said Dub and given you food enough that you're like, Dub, and it's like, oh, what? Huh?
I've done it. Yeah, that's all Bandit. It's all Bandit. I'm also coming to the grim realization that Gundam Seed is going to be significantly higher on my Gundam tier list than I thought. Even though I think it's like super flawed, I still think it's super flawed and it upsets me. It's still like higher up on the tier list than some of the other shows.
I was gonna say it's also just a lot of Gundam shows are super flawed.
Yeah, I'm talking like as of now, I put it right below Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
Like it's beaten out G-Quux and Build Fighters Try. And that shitty 3D Netflix show. Like, that shitty 3D Netflix one is currently the bottom.
That is the worst.
That's the bottom.
Build Fighters Try is, like, pretty low for me.
It's
Granted,
second from the bottom.
I've not watched a ton of Gundams, but Build Fighters Try just completely trampled on everything good about the original Build Fighters.
Well, I mean, so one of the things about Build Fighters is that I think it improves inherently because the dynamic between Sei and Reiji is what should have been Gundam Seed. You should have had one guy build, maintain it, and then they work together to pilot it. Like, that should have literally been the show, but they refuse. That's the frustrating thing about Gundam Seed is like every time I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, are they gonna do the interesting thing? And the show looks at me and goes, no, we're not. Kiriyama should have died. He should have died. There's a part where he should have explicitly died, and he just doesn't. and it's like poorly explained. And this is a like, so like one of the Gundams latches on to like the cockpit of his Gundam and self destructs, and like
Yeah, he's dead.
and you're like, oh, so like yeah, and like the final like, and it's like, it's not even like when Hiro Yui explodes it and the thing like pushes him away. This would be like Hiro Yui saying mission accepted in the cockpit, and then the thing exploding, and then we cut back a later episode later where he was just outside the Gundam and like scratched up a little. And he's like, no, he just survived it. And you're like, but no, he's not even injured. Like if he was like a torso or so, like if he was like Daryl from Gundam Thunderbolt, and he's just a torso, then I'm like, okay, I can buy that.
Yeah.
He's the torso.
Yeah, I could do that happening.
I could see him getting like, oh yeah, he's RoboCop reboot where he's like a head and like his lungs, and that's it.
Like, say what you want, but outside the Toonami edit, Hiro had some blood pouring out of him a few times.
No, Hiro ate shit when he tried to do his base jump and he popped his arm out of his socket, and he got kidnapped. And there's like, for Kira Yamato, he's either crying and weepy or now he's just Jesus. Like he literally came back from the dead, and now he's just solving every fight, and he's like effortlessly blowing up robots but not killing them, and it kind of sucks. Even after all this, I'm like, yo, this show's still better than G-Quux, because G-Quux had like 12 episodes.
It's like I'm trying to remember. What is it?
Can you explain how 12 episodes is a problem?
Because the show tries to do an entire like 24 episode show, actually like 24, like it tries to do way too much in 12 episodes, and it really should have picked a lane. Like, it should have either been just the Char Aznavour beats the 1 Year War, or Machu does Robot Fight Club on a Xeon colony, and that. But then it also tries to like do Gundam War stuff, and it doesn't. It's like it just doesn't have enough time. If that show was 12 episodes of either Char Aznavour wins the 1 Year War, or Machu, the depressed girl, finds a Gundam and does robot fight clubs for 12 episodes, then I would have been like, yo, that's okay.
Yeah.
But it tries to do like everything, and it just is so rushed. And I like
if it had like slowed down and there would have been like a gap in between, where it stops being Fight Club and moves more into the second half or the other half of the story.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a lot better. Like there's like she's out with
she's hanging out with like Shalia Bull and like
Shalia
it's like
Bull
almost
and, like,
a
doing
Xeon
shit.
Civil War that starts to go on, and like, but that's like 5 episodes. It's like 4 episodes of your show where that should have been a season. It's one of those where like season or you could even said 12 episodes is Fight Club, and then 12 episodes is now your Fight Club is collapsed, and now you're in global politics because you're driving a Gundam. And then I would have been like, you know what? Okay.
Then it should have been she's killed one person, and into the Xeon Civil War that she has to be a part of now.
Yeah, because it's you kind of go that the. My hot take is I think the G-Quux designs, other than the Gundam, I think are all great. And not even, like, the actual G-Quux I think is good. I mean, like, the Red Gundam or, like, the Gundam. I don't think the Evangelion-style Gundam works, but I think every other mobile suit is pretty good.
Oh, yeah, the other one. Yeah.
I don't quite like how they tried to make them realistic in the joints and stuff.
I love like the propeller tanks and like the like the legs, the Jehuti legs. I'm like, I like that because it shows that those things were meant for space, and they've been kind of like half-assed retrofit for Earth, and I think that fits with more what mobile suits are technically supposed to be, which is space. They're supposed. I mean, if the origin is to be believed, and you can kind of pick if that's canon or not. But the whole point of the mobile suit was it was like you're building up your stockpile of weapons while claiming their construction equipment, and then you just gave all of your construction equipment mobile suits guns, and you said, "Haha, surprise!" Now we have fighter planes that are also tanks and are also in space. Good luck.
And it's like, what are our fighter planes gonna do? No, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say the Killdozer, but it's got the Xeon symbol in it.
Basically, that's what the Zaku is. The Zaku
There
is like,
literally
what
is-
if we just had a ton of Killdozers?
I fucking forgot about the in the origin where Char is literally working for the construction company and he has the Killdozer, which is just the top of a Zaku on tank treads.
Yeah, like that's
I'm like,
that's what they
that's
were doing.
fucking sick.
That's how they got all the that's how they armored up. That's what I choose to believe.
Yeah.
It. I like that. I like that twist of your 1980 show that didn't think about it. What have you guys had done anything of note? Anything playing? Watching? Reading?
I started playing Mass Effect again.
Oh,
And
all right.
let me say something about there's a very extensive modding community for Mass Effect.
Oh hell yeah! How many ass mods you download?
Not that many, because most of them run through the Mass Effect mod manager, which is a Windows only thing. And so trying to use that on a Linux operating system has been quite the trip. Quite the trip.
Yeah, I just wouldn't do it.
Well, my problem is I've never played Mass Effect 2 that much because I don't like the changes to the ammo system.
Oh yeah.
But now, also, I don't really like the start of it where you die and then they resurrect you. Like, it just always felt like the stupidest way to put a time skip into the story.
I feel like my takes on I have the hot takes on Mass Effect, and I think Mass Effect is one of my nuclear lukewarm hot takes. Or I feel like I don't think Mass Effect is that great a story.
Like, I like the first one, and as I'm saying, like, the second one kind of starts to immediately fall apart.
Well, the second one,
But I've never played the whole thing through, so I don't know. Well, we'll see. But I'm playing the first one again because I like the first one.
So what I was gonna say is that I think Mass Effect is a better vibes game than it is like a story game. We're like,
Oh yeah,
like the vibes of the Citadel Station, and like in Mass Effect 2, I think the vibes of talking to like the small stories in Mass Effect 2, where it's just like the crew, like hanging out with Garrus and Tally. You know those two are in there because they're in the first one. I'm
Yep.
not. That's not spoiler. But like,
no, I know. So the second one I played up to. Typically, it's whenever I recruit Garrus, and then I wind up stop playing after that.
Okay, so it's not a huge spoiler, but I'm just saying that like yeah, hanging out with Tally and Garrett, like I think all the characters are well written. Well, some aren't. There's always the Karth or the Jacob, I do believe. Just the most bland human man there.
Nothing. Yeah.
But then like everyone else is pretty good. If they're an alien, every alien in that game
You never
is
pick
great.
the humans. You don't take the humans with you.
No. They tried to trick you in Mass Effect 2 by putting one with a gigantic ass. Try to trick you.
That's true.
And like all the humans are just racist in the first one. Like anyone you talk to that's always like just nope, we can't trust the other species, and also they're afraid of our raw power.
Yeah, a raw human
They won't let us
power.
on the council. Why won't we? It's like, you guys just got here. All right?
Yeah.
These guys have been here for hundreds of years. Just give it some time, guys. No, we're going to get one on there now.
Yeah.
Shepard, you're the first Spectre because they don't trust humans, and it's like obviously they trust humans enough to, be like, okay, yeah, we'll try out this Spectre.
They didn't give us a
Yeah,
genophage.
I
Oh
would
yeah,
be
fine.
so pissed if I was any of the other like dozen species who have been in the Citadel for centuries.
Oh, dude, if you're an
Fucking
Elcor,
humans.
Charter,
you're an Elcor, you're looking at
Charter,
this shit like, what the fuck?
the fucking
Oh,
little
they
fat
so
guy.
gross.
Yeah, the
Like,
Voluses?
yeah, they're like, we chartered the galactic economy. That's not a contribution council worthy.
Yeah,
Like, nah, y'all
nah.
are lame. You're nerds. Get out of here. Only the hot species are allowed up here.
But yeah, you're
Only
either
the fuckable species.
yeah, you're not the psychic. Okay. Do you buy? I know they kind of talk about it, but Asari. Do you think Asari actually? Like to me, they're like a gross squid monster, and you never get to see the true form. You've never seen a true form Asari.
Oh yeah,
100
I like that idea.
Oh, you think you got the Galactus going on where it's, you know,
Yeah.
this is what your brain comprehends or is allowed to comprehend?
because there's a scene in one of the bars. It's either in 2 or 3.
It's in
where you
it's in 2.
Yeah, where you see a bunch of guys and they're talking about how they were with an Asari and that they each looked different. Like the Krogan's like, she had a lot of meat on her bones and was wide and good.
I'm
And the
trying to
guy's
remember.
like,
It
no,
was.
she was
I
very
think it's
thin.
a Krogan, a human, a Turian, and a Solarian.
Yeah,
they're
they're
like,
all talking.
no, dude, she looks like a fucking. Look at her scales and stuff. She's more like Turian, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Look at the curves. She's more human, and the Solarian's like, no. First of all, look how slim and like beautiful her tentacles are. It's obviously more Solarian, and they're like, oh fuck, do you think we're getting like brainwashed?
Yeah.
And they all look at each other and go, oh well.
Yeah, like I 100% buy
Whatever.
it. 100% buy it.
We'll keep watching this stripper, I guess.
Nah, we're going in there.
Well, I go for that. I just love the like limitations creating story of like, oh yeah, we didn't have room to make 2 genders for every alien. So each alien just has 1 gender, and then that's why there's only girl Asari.
Well, yeah, but that's because it's the romance one. They show some girl or it's one of those like the sexual dimorphism isn't really that obvious with Solarians and Turians because they're just kind of like.
Well, no, in the first game they're just
In the
aren't
first one,
any.
no.
Well, yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm saying in
So
later
it's-
games they're just like the same.
Dude. The Krogan
And
one's
so,
the
like,
worst.
They're just like
But you'll see.
dwarfs.
Yeah, there's
No,
some lady
so-
Krogans.
It's Lady Krogans, but they're wearing like shawls,
Yeah, you don't.
so
see
you
them.
don't see what they look like. You just see like this. They're wearing like a hijab essentially,
Yeah,
so they don't have to change the
love it.
model. It's just the male model.
yeah, because
I'm
that's
like,
their
come on,
society,
guys.
the mother class or whatever. You don't see them.
Yeah.
You don't see him, or not Rex. I did not save Rex in my run of Mass Effect because I didn't know you needed to have maximum persuasion, and I thought I was talking him down, and then one of the fuckers shot him, and I was real mad.
Yeah, that racist bitch shot him.
I was really mad.
God, I hate Ashley.
Ashley sucks.
Kevin, didn't you say you then sacrificed Ashley for making that call whenever it's the like Hayden and Ashley moment?
Oh
And
yeah.
you're like, nah, fuck you, Ashley.
No, she killed Rex. Get her out of here.
I mean, we said this about 2. 1 also has the worst human characters ever, but now that I'm thinking about it, 3 also, all the humans suck except for you.
Oh, 3 has like
You and Keith David, I think, are the only 2 cool humans, and everyone else sucks ass.
yeah, I like Keith
Yep.
David. I think Joker
literally-
is
I
okay. Even though it's
say-
just Seth Green, I'm fine.
Also the like older doctor lady, she's fine too.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. Dr. Chakwa, I believe.
Yeah.
Dude, this is all the... Okay, this
Yeah.
is so much bullshit, because I've played these games roughly once each, like 20 years ago. And now all these names, I'm like, oh, yes, the side character I'm instantly immediately aware of.
Yeah, it's good.
The world is cool. The world's awesome.
Yeah,
The characters are okay. Like, It's interesting. It's a cool place.
Okay, so
The
Mass
story.
Effect 3 came out in 2012. Just want to be clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk. I mean, it's been
But yeah, like,
No, I'm
well,
Correct.
I always let Caden die in Mass Effect 1 because he's boring. And Ashley sucks ass, but at least she's not boring.
that's valid.
I mean,
he is a car.
it's the choice between super racist and the guy with omega cancer.
Oh
And his
god, he
brain's
has like
falling
brain
apart because of
cancer.
his implants.
Who the hell is with you in Mass Effect 3?
So
In the first
there's
one?
so many.
No, I'm looking at like
These three. Let's see.
I know there's
God, you
like
got,
the
like,
sexy
nobody.
the sexy lady.
There's Edie, Tally,
Yeah, Tally's there.
Leora,
Okay, I'm looking here.
Leora.
Oh god, okay, let's look. You have James
Vega?
Vega, the most boring soldier of
God,
all
Vega
time.
sucked. I thought Jacob sucked. Vega's even worse.
No, he's the worst character. You have Liara,
Because-
who I like.
Yeah, yes.
You have Garrus, who I like. You have Edie, who I
Gary,
think
Tally.
fucking sucks. You have Javik.
I don't like that. I don't like the sexy robot design. Just make her a regular robot, but don't give her like tits and ass.
Yeah, so basically it's just like the Mass Effect 1 party, but you have the Forerunner guy and Edie,
Yeah,
who's
the-
like the robot version of the ship AI.
That's It's fucking it. You don't get Rex.
No,
You don't get a
or
broken, which
Grunt.
sucks.
I think Grunt's cool.
I love Grunt. I love Grunt. The guy was like, you know what? I need to find a way to get past the interface. And he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I want to make the Ultimate Warrior clones.
Yeah, you did.
I don't care. I don't care about upping our birth rate. It's time to make the best warrior ever.
Yeah, he watched the Hit Human documentary, the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and just said,
He saw the videos.
yeah, he saw like,
like,
the internet
yes,
gif
this
of the
will be my-
Gendy Tarakovsky clone trooper shooting all the things. He goes, why don't we just do that?
Yes. What I need that.
We're good.
If those guys were Krogan, they'd be even cooler.
Yeah, exactly. We did it.
Holy shit. That's what we need. Fuck being birthed.
God. Now, the
We
more we're
need more of
talking
this.
about Mass Effect, it makes me realize that I really do like Mass Effect. I think it's inherently flawed, but like I'm just like, no, you could do it. There's stuff there. I also played Andromeda. I'm saying
I did.
Andromeda has one cool scene, and that is where main character is talking like in his head to the AI, and he's like holding up a hand to do like the hacking thing, and he goes like, hack the door, AI, just in his brain, and like the door opens, and then the big bad shows like the security camera footage, and it just shows your main character, because there's no mental sound, just hold up his hand and the door opens, and they think you're some kind of like super god. And I'm like,
Oh
I
my
like
God, he's
that.
chosen. I look, I'm remembering all this stuff in Mass Effect 1
Yeah,
from
like,
years
it's
ago.
Oh, it's all coming up.
I've played Andromeda sooner. I can barely remember what happened in that game.
Well, in Andromeda, you had the Knuckles. Do you remember the
yeah,
Knuckleses?
I remember the Knuckleses, and then there was like some sort of space cancer that was going around.
Well, they were like
And-
they were a race. They were like a collective kind of mutated whatever that was trying to get you into the collective, but
Yeah.
but they didn't sell it right, because I always felt that game would work better if they were showing up as like benevolent, and they're saying, here, if you just accept our like gene therapy, then we'll cure your grandma of cancer. I mean, she's gonna look a little funny, then she'll be part
Yeah,
of
she's
the
gonna be
collective.
mutated like us, but you
But,
know,
you know, she's gonna
we're
be
make
around.
you better.
You're not gonna have, and I think if they went that angle and then turned out to be evil, it'd be more of a story, instead of them showing up
Instead
as
of
like
the
body snatchers, like, haha, we injected you with the evil goo that makes you evil and mutant.
Yeah, instead of like making them evil, like second one, they're shooting humans.
Yeah, like they're shooting humans with like the goo, like
And
the
they're
red.
like laughing, and they're being like comically evil.
They're shooting them with like the T virus, like the guy in Resident Evil 9 on the street who's just shooting people with T virus, and like,
We
got him.
we love to watch them suffer while they get transformed into us. Ha 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 ha. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys, just calm down.
Yeah, like if they were more subtle about it, because then you'd have like an ethical dilemma of like, oh, these guys are like offering a solution to your colonization woes. And it turns out that, like, maybe then they activate the mind breaker monsterification, but, you know.
Which, once again, we've said Mass Effect writing isn't the greatest,
No.
but all those decent people had left at that point.
Yeah. I think it's just... The game...
And they were like, we need a new Mass Effect game because, I don't know, we're not making money on anything else.
Yeah, exactly. We need something to make money, and we haven't completely ruined this yet, so let's do it.
Their biggest fault was that they started it saying it would be a trilogy, and that everything would be connected. Because you see, like, in Act 1, it's real fun. Because they get to set all these, like, stuff, and you get to see, like, oh, the Rachni. What's the Rachni going to be up to? And then you're at Game 3, like, 10 years later, and you're like, oh, fuck. How are we going to deal with player... Because, like, player choice and whatever shows up, and then it makes sure you're like, oh, damn it. Did they save the Rachni Queen, or did they kill it? And how do we write our thing? And it just falls apart.
Guess what? It doesn't matter. Here, still do the mission, and at the end, you'll either get an extra cutscene, or you won't. But you're still going to kill these guys.
We did it. We did it, guys. We did it.
And that's also the Mass Effect problem in Mass Effect 2 is that you have this engaging cast of characters, and then you go on a suicide mission with them. But unfortunately, because choices carry over, none of those engaging characters can be in your party for part 3 because they could die in the suicide mission. So it's like, oh, okay.
They can't be important because if they died in the suicide mission, they can't still be in the game.
Yep. They have made, by doing a trilogy, they have made a thing that can be so wildly forked that there's no way they can write for everything.
Yeah, like I think that's...
Unless you were a major game studio and just had the resources to throw at it. Yeah, but then you're a major game studio, so your executives aren't going to throw resources at it.
See, that's what, like, listen, they should have just killed your character. They should have just killed Shepard after 1, and then 2 was a new person, and then 3 was a new person. And they were each a Spectre, codenamed Shepard. Because then they could call you Shepard.
They took your DNA and here's a Shepard clone.
I'd be fine with
and
that.
You remember your
even though like that's something, because then at least you could say, oh, those things happened, but not to you. You're different.
Not to you. So you can make different choices that makes you an asshole, and it's okay.
Is Dragon Age the same quality as Mass Effect?
Dragon Age 1 is.
Origins?
Yeah, Origins is.
Yeah.
2 has some stuff, but it's a bad game.
Inquisition's got 3. I like the characters in Inquisition, and then
I didn't play the newest one, not because of its woke, but just because I didn't play it.
I'm trying to remember the name, and I keep remembering the old. Yeah, Velgard, but when it was before that, it was like Wolf something.
It was like Wolf Song or whatever.
Yeah, Wolf Song. And I'm like, that's so sick.
Yeah, so I didn't play that one, not because it was woke, but just because I didn't play it.
Yeah. Jeff
get this woke out of
Gerstmann's
here.
Talked about it. His wife is a big Dragon Age fan. She played it. It was fine. She has not played it again.
Like, I played 1, 2, and 3 of Dragon Age, and I kind of like them. Not as much as I like Mass Effect, but there's some stuff in there.
I also love that. It seems like this is a common thing where it's Dragon Age is the game that,
Gamer girls
love, and Mass Effect is the game that gamer boys love.
Listen.
A little annoyed that you didn't say gamer guys, but I'll let it pass.
Well, the game bros. But let me tell you something. No shame to our female listener, if there is one.
Yeah, the one.
Guys just love a good sci-fi codex. Guys just love it. You click that codex and you're like, let me tell you about this planet. And you're like, please do. And then you get to listen to a man narrate about like how the gun works for 5 minutes. And you're like, oh, that's really good. You know, they shave that micron of like tungsten and then change the mass effect with the titular
Is this
mass
the new-
effect.
Are these the new genders, Mass Effect and Dragon Age?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I believe that.
100%. Are you into sexy swamp witches or sexy aliens? This is your choice. It's okay to be curious. You can be BioWare sexual. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, we're sexual. That's it. Yeah, there it is.
You can swing both ways. I'm personally I'm BioWare
BioWare
sexual.
curious.
Yeah, I'm BioWare curious. So I think what we're thinking here is we needed BioWare to do Mass Effect 1, and then they should have given it to Obsidian to do Mass Effect 2. Like KOTOR and KOTOR 2. Because KOTOR 1 is the BioWare one where it gets all the world building and it's like the stuff. And then you have the second one where it's about all the people that hate everything about the setting and want it to die. The subversive one. And you're like, ooh.
Ooh.
And here it is, the one that, you know, is the one everyone probably loves a little more, but it's kind of a broken game too.
Yeah, it's kind of broken and fucked up.
AKA,
yeah, KOTOR 2?
KOTOR 2, Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah. No, that's what Obsidian does.
Yeah.
They make the best version of the game, but it
doesn't work.
runs like crap.
Yeah.
But that's not best from a technical standpoint.
No.
Yeah. No.
No, but see that was the charm of the 360 era, is that you could never get everything out of one game. There would always be a flaw, a horrible flaw. And I think in our current video game, as we're in the video game crash, I miss those days of a game had something that was objectively shit, and you're like, that's garbage.
Hold on, let me put it up here. This is the current video game market.
I feel like the current video game market is just games that have already existed or indie game. At least for me.
There we go. That's it.
No, that's it.
That's exactly
he
it.
posted a meme of everyone shooting themselves in the face except Steve, who's just standing there looking on confused.
It's like, what's going on? And then just, oh well. 40% off this game that came out 8 years ago. I'm like,
yep.
80% off this, really the best game ever you'll ever play.
I'm just playing
Don't forget, you have to pay to play online on all of those except Steam.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no, you just play it. You just get there. You get it. You get it for free. Your computer work. But the RAM is coming down because Sam Altman had to default about his buying all the RAM.
I don't think it's going to come down that much.
Well, listen, it just has to start coming down a little. Any price decrease from like $900 RAM. If we go down to like $300 RAM, that's a massive decrease. Still too high, way too high. But like, what am I telling?
I mean, still talking about PlayStation costing $100 more.
Dude, that's so fucked up. Kids these days do not understand that. As I saw a Grandpa Simpson post, a meme, and it was like Grandpa Simpson telling Bart, like, in my day, as time went on, the consoles got cheaper and more form efficient, and then bundles filled with games to try to get you to buy them. It's like, yeah. The Nintendo 64 would be in clear purple and come with 2 games and be half the price.
The GameCube would cost $100.
Sony's confirmed they're going back to a walled garden, and it's like, no, we're not putting not putting titles out on the PC.
Well, that explains because they don't have any titles to put out there anyway. PlayStation's getting no games again.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that it looks bad when token hardcore gamer myself for the past while has been playing Eugenics and Digimon. And both of the
I've mainly just been sticking to playing on my PC.
Yep.
And just buying some like crappy, like buying Warhammer 3 for like $10.
Hell
And
yeah.
now I'm like, oh, this game's fantastic, and I can play this for hours. And then I'm just going to keep my eye out for other sales where I can buy even better games at cheaper prices.
No, that's what you do.
Yep.
And it's
Listen, you bookmark Steam DB so you can see what the record sales are on the titles you're interested in, and then when it
Yes.
gets down there again, you're like, okay, yeah, I'll pull the trigger.
yeah, sometimes.
Yes, I will pay $5 for Resident Evil Remake 1.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll just wait until Rogue Trader goes on sale for like $10-$20 and then I'll buy it. Because I know
That's literally
it will.
what I did.
I know it will.
But
and then I'll play it. I'll be like, wow, that game's great.
I didn't do it when it had the DLCs as well. I'm like, it's fine. I'll wait till the
those
Yeah, it's
games
fine.
are already like 1 billion hours long. Like that's why I didn't get any of the DLCs for Pathfinder 2 because that game was like 80 hours long, and I'm like, no, I don't need more.
Like, yeah, I'll come
Yep.
back to this.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
it gives you something to come back to when the itch strikes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying like that's why I think the Steam the annual, I don't know, biannual, semi-annual like Steam sale that shows up and you're like, yeah, I'll buy that for like $20. I'll buy that game for $20, and then you buy it and you play it and you're like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
And there's also other fun stuff like, oh, Vermintide 2 was free. Here, have it. And then have the DLCs there attached to it, gameplay wise. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, you still got to buy the characters, but that's not that bad.
It's also what is killing the indie game sphere of like, oh yeah, this game looks kind of neat. I'll buy it when it's on sale for $5.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I mean,
Ugh.
unless you're out there, you're going out there and you're buying some friend slop.
I don't like the friend slop.
Um,
I mean, I liked it.
I like watching the stream.
I think every other friend slop is okay, but nothing is great.
I will say, I think friend slop, you need a very specific like group to be playing with it regularly, and that's not how I play video games because I play them at intermittent times. Like I don't play like on a schedule, and I don't like being like, okay, everyone, we got to be on at like 9 o'clock. Like it's already hard enough to get this stupid thing recorded. Where I'm like, okay, like, listen, if you have had the fun experience of trying to run a tabletop RPG with a group of 4 to 5 adults, then you'll know that it is
fucking
not.
luck.
It sucks so much ass. It's great. Now let me tell you, when it all kicks off, it's great.
Oh no, it's fun.
It's great.
It's fantastic for that night, and then now something's changed, and you have 2 to 3 weeks of trying to like get the schedule back on.
Yeah.
There's a reason the caricature of the TTRPG is the like lonely neckbeard with no life, and it's because that's the guy who can show up regularly to the group.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm in the planning phases of one. We're doing a Humblewood one.
I know. I'm literally trying to get
excited.
one together, but I'm waiting for like 2 other people to finish campaigns they're already on.
Yeah.
For that. And that's also the other thing is like there's so many like off schedule campaigns where it's like I'd love to play D&D with you or I'd do some sort of tabletop, but I'm already in 1 to 2 other ones that are eating up the free time I already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
That's
Why can't I just go back to the time when I was young and I could just Destiny raid for hours on
I feel
end?
like no, it's that's part of like the hubris of youth or whatever, where you had time and your youth and you didn't realize it, and then when you get older, you're like, fuck, I should have done X instead of Y.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of wish I could have done other stuff instead of staying up till like 6 a.m. playing some dog crap shooter or some Call of Duty or Destiny or some other crap game.
See, if
Instead.
I was really smart as a child and I was not, I should have realized that I probably...
You would have bought into the 2008 housing crisis.
No.
Hell
I'm not even
yeah.
talking
Genius.
about that level of like investment. I'm talking about I should have realized that I probably could have sold my mom on buying me Warhammer stuff by claiming it's an arts and crafts craft, like a artistic craft, instead of like video games. Because I think she would have gone for it, and then I could have had just a big old. Because they would have been like, "No, Mom, I'm building these models and painting them and doing all this crafting stuff," and she probably would have been way like. My mom would have. I think my mom would have been way more willing to buy $60 of Warhammer figures and paints than a video game for $60.
There's nothing worse than asking your parents to buy you a video game console. I mean, I feel bad for kids now because now.
No, they don't get video game consoles. Video game consoles are for old people.
Yeah, but imagine
Fortnite. No,
they get an old tablet, and that's or an old phone.
Old tablet. That's it. But like asking your parents for $100 console, and they're like, "That's a little much." I mean, come on. I had to buy my first like Nintendo Wii, and it was I think $200, and I did summer jobs until I saved up the money for it.
Yep. And also, like, the Wii was in such demand that it's like even trying to find one to buy.
Wild.
And it's not like with the Switch 2 where there's just global shortages of electronics, so it's hard to find shit. No, this was peak.
This is peak.
I remember trying to go to like
it wasn't
Sears.
That there was a shortage. Everyone was buying every single one, and they could not produce them fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
They were going like max. They still couldn't make enough.
I have a question. Was the Wii good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I subscribe to the giant bomb of if it's got 10 good games, it's a good console.
Okay.
Yeah, it had way more than 10 good games. It was a killer console.
I mean, it had Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and both those are pretty good.
It had Animal Crossing City Folk.
It had Brawl. I like Brawl.
It had Brawl. It had
the sheer hours you put into Brawl.
I honestly think that Smash Brothers Brawl is the best Smash Brothers.
It had Prime 3. It had all the No More Heroes.
It had Wii
had
Sports.
1 and 2.
The Wii Sports.
I liked Wii Sports.
By itself was pretty much worth
it.
The
It had
cost
Rayman Raving Rabbids, which is my personal favorite of those kind of games.
I only like it because it turned into Mario and Rabbids, and that's actually a good game.
No, those games are great. Both those games are super
Milk
good.
that cow.
Yeah, but like, imagine now, you know, kids don't get to experience it because gaming's mainly just for adults now.
I think the most bizarre thing is that how expensive toys have gotten. I think it's insane. I
don't get it.
That's my boomer hot take. Is that it used to be
my
toys
parents
were cheap,
would get upset
games
at me.
were expensive, and now it's like the exact opposite.
But like your parents would be like, "No, I'm not going to buy you that $20 Bionicle. That's just a waste of money." And I'm like, "No, yeah, I would. That's a great price for what that was. It's $20. That's good for like a week of me playing with it."
Yeah.
But now, like, all the Lego kits are like $80 to $60.
Oh, they're expensive as hell.
I don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
It's like
once again, it's making it for adults.
Yeah.
Yep, they're for adults. They're for you to build it one time and put it on a shelf.
I hate it.
And they're not even like they're not even Gundam model prices. Because let me tell you, Gundam models are like $20 to $40. And I'm saying, I mean, yeah, that's but that's like that's a good model.
No, yeah, that's a good that's a good model. It's going to last you. It's worth the time to put together of what you're like paying for.
But I'm saying it's like different. I don't know.
But also, it's not Gundam. Also, isn't commodified like all these other ones are too.
No one's scalp. That's I think the ideal, and it's the thing that upsets me. Probably, I would say it's the thing that upsets me the most. That's not actual war like crimes. If this makes sense, like there's like actual political things that upsets me. But the most nothing is when I see like people trying to invest in like Lego sets or Pokemon cards, and it just disgusts me. It disgusts me because I'm just like, what are you doing?
You're the worst kind of human being.
Need to buy all these Pokemon cards, and then I keep just a box of
Which,
Pokemon cards in
I'm-
my garage. I'm like,
When I'm
the hell?
when I'm
Guys,
saying you're the
what
worst
I'm
human
hearing-
being, yeah.
There's there's a profit opportunity here in the Gundam model field.
No, because Gundam's not that popular. Even though it is, it's not that popular.
It's very popular. There's no like get in or get the rare model.
Yeah, there's no.
But
rare.
no, that's where you guys are thinking wrong. It's not actual fans who are drive to sales. It's the stupid people who, once you start hoarding it, say this has value and I need it, and then they're the ones you're rug pulling.
There was a video recently of Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber MBT. I think that's his name. And he did like a video trying to fake sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards as an investment. And he was selling like the worst fucking cards ever. Because like Logan Paul was like, yo, we're going to be trying to pull some Blue Eyes White Dragons. And the guy goes out there and he's like, yo, you need to get in on this 25th anniversary Joey Wheeler set. You got to go all in. And it was like, and people actually didn't get that his video was ironic, and they started buying out like copies of the Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon card or like Metal Raiders. Like they started trying, like the price of that stupid ass set went like tripled in price. And some guy's like, I'm gonna get in on the ground floor. I got all the Metal Raiders. I got all of it.
Yup, that's how it works.
And so it's like, what are you doing?
These fucking idiots.
That's why I can't.
Capitalism.
Yeah, we need to get rid of that capitalism. I don't like it.
Can we try something else?
I think we should try something else.
Hey, look at these other countries that are trying something else, and they're actually doing pretty good. Can we try that? Nah, sorry, we can't.
No, we gotta bomb them.
Those countries are actually evil, and they don't like America.
Can we try just letting the workers have the means of production? Just one time, just once. Come on.
How about Drew? I think that's a little too much. What if they just get like half the means of production? Like we're starting it off. Give them a little.
How about
bit.
this?
We'll
give them a little pizza party. All right.
Ooh, now
They'll
we're talking.
that.
And I think Nolan has that CEO grind
Genius.
set. He's talking to me.
Listen, we don't need to give them stuff to not shoot us in the back. Let's just give them, we don't need to give them actual money or, make their lives better. Let's just give them a little pizza party and they'll be fine.
God.
Which I don't agree with, like, I mean, what was it? The Five Guys CEO was like, yeah, I gave my bonus away because I didn't want to get shot in the head. I'm like, good.
No, that's reasonable.
I wish you would do it just for, the good of your humanity, but
if you're not going to do it for altruism, then at least do it for preservation. That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the issue. That's what happened. That's why they got rid of unions, because unions were knocking down doors.
Yeah.
Also, let me tell you, you get to be the king if the peasants are happy, and if the peasants aren't happy, they revolt. They knew that in like ye olden times. They knew it. That's been that knowledge.
Why do you think the king fucking put on the like fall festival every year? Yeah. The harvest celebration.
No, you gotta keep the peasants happy. You gotta keep them happy.
Yep.
I want to
keep them happy, or they're going to try something, or they're going to do something to keep themselves
happy. They'll be like
happy.
the Krogans.
And it's going to take our
Arachni and the Krogans. They'll team up. They'll realize it. I want to end it when I remember when I was working at the call center. They did a pizza party, and I couldn't eat it because I was gluten intolerant. And I was really pissed off. It really sucked so much ass.
You got nothing.
I got nothing. Oh, no. I got literally nothing. And they were all like, "Hey, here's the pizza party." And I just had to sit there, and I was like so mad. I was so mad.
You're fucking being like abused by the call center.
That happens.
And you don't even get to enjoy the tiny modicum of like joy they try to give you.
There was like there was several of those things where like, hey, Gabe, we bought everyone sandwiches. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great.
And you know this shit is going on Kevin's like record, like internally of like he's a sourpuss. He doesn't like to have fun.
no,
He
it
just seems
was,
real upset. I don't understand why.
yeah,
You know,
that
he's not a team
just,
player.
I'm
Making
still
a
mad.
deal about glue.
It's like you didn't give me money. You didn't even ask. Cause like, listen, you could have got me like hot wings from like the pizza place. I would have eaten some hot wings and some ranch dressing. Like it's possible. That's basically gluten free. But no, not even that consideration. But then again, that's where it was. Anyways, on that dour note, later days.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to say one more thing.
All right, yeah,
I feel
one
like
more thing.
I feel like every king should have had a coat of arms that basically just says like, "Remember, we were them."
That actually, no, I think that's honestly a very appropriate.
No, yeah.
Listen, to bring it back to Gundam, even like fucking King Zalbi or whatever was talking to Giram, and he was like, "Dude, you can't do this. There's this
You
guy."
kicked an entire like colony out so you can make their super laser. They're not going to be happy.
He was
It'll be fine.
one of my favorite lines. He goes, "You know, there was this guy called Adolf Hitler. You're acting like him, and it didn't end well for him." And then he did. And
Adolf, you say?
you're like, you're not. It did, and that's like line from the show. It's great.
All right, but later days.
Later days. Bye.
Bye.